Welcome back, everyone. I got a new one here, and kind of happy to show this one. I saw this on Amazon, and it was $13. So let's take a look at it. I've had it a couple days, and still sealed up, as you can see. Hopefully you guys can see that. So let's see what it is. I'm sure some of you already have it or are thinking about getting it, but yeah, let's open it up. So it's the Eggsplorer. There's a shape of an egg there. It's a nice firm box. It's made by TDR Innovation Legacy. There's the other side. Here's the bottom. Okay. So let's open this up. Hopefully you guys can see good. Let me check. Looks okay. Cut there. Nice and dull knife. Let's see what we get. Kind of looks like R2-D2. Cool. This thing is it's small, the size of like an actual egg. It's got a rubber band on it. Clear one. And I see a power button right there. Hopefully you guys can see it. Try to adjust my camera a little more for you guys. Give me a second. How's that? Any better? Yep. So, again, it's the size of an egg. Clear rubber band. And it looks like they built a little platform for the egg to stand on, and a power button. It's got these legs, 4 of them. I'm sure you guys know what this is already, but I'm just trying to show how cool this thing is. So there, it sits in some foam, little piece of cardboard. Take this out. Hopefully you guys can see this. Okay. Cool. Try to give you guys a little better of a shot. It's a nice little box. Inside the box, user manual. Cool. And again, I say it in every one of my videos, read this thing before you fly anything. Very nice. So inside this box, it's just by peeking through, I can see a remote. So let's open this thing up. Inside the box, some propellers. They're very nice, and they are labeled so they go on a certain way. charging cable and a small screwdriver, Phillips, and a tiny remote. I mean, small. This is probably the tiniest remote that I have. So if you got some very small hands, this would probably be a good size for you. So we got 2 buttons on top. Looks like some adjustment buttons for the joysticks. Up and down button there. Looks like launch and land button. On and off button there. And a cap for the batteries. Or battery compartment cap. Alright. So, I am going to read through the manual real quick and charge the battery in this little guy here. But before I do that, I'm going to take this rubber band off, see what happens. Cool. I like it. So I'll be right back. Okay. So I like this manual. It's easy to read, and there's a lot of good info in there. So let's look through it real quick. So I noticed that a couple of buttons have no use. So hopefully you guys can see this. Let me just check real quick. Yep. So top left, no use. So that button does nothing. And this button on the left, which would be this one here, has no use either, as you can see here. So all the buttons are pretty straightforward. They're labeled pretty good on the manual. So for this one, like most little drones, the joystick you push down and you'll be in 360 flip mode, and then you would decide which way you want it to flip. So I'll show you guys that once I get it going. This button here, which is this guy here, is the headless mode, and that's more described in the manual if you guys want to learn more about that. So what I thought was a land and takeoff button, the center one here, is actually trim, forward and backward trim. So that's that, and a joystick for flight, and this one is the trim for left and right. So you got the trim here and the trim here. So that's good to know. Let's see what we got here. So this thing takes, this little remote takes AAA's, and it says that it takes 2 of them, but they're not included. So they give you one of these charging cords where the LED shines when it's charging, and once it's done charging, it'll go away. So right now it's plugged in charging, but I'm going to show you guys what that looks like. So with this little guy, they consider the well, I'm going to call it a drone. They consider the back side of this where the charging port is. So wherever you see this charging port is the back side of the drone, and that's helpful. So you know which way it's facing when you go to fly it. So as you can see, when I take it off the charger, the LED turns off. Plug it back in, and the LED is back on. it takes about 45 minutes to charge the battery, and it says on here flight time will be approximately 6 minutes. Okay, and so these wings come out, and the way they come out, hopefully you guys can see this. Yeah, the way they come out is that you press the power button. Let's see here. Release the blades and turn on the drone. I forgot what page showed that. Here we go. So it says blade release power button. Short press to release blades. So you just press it one time real fast. It should let go of the blades. And then it says long press to power on and off. So you hold on to the button. You might see some LEDs turn on. We'll find out in a little bit. Something you guys should know. So we're looking at the binding page. You're going to release the blades, turn it on, turn on the little drone, place the backside towards you where you see the charging port, turn on the transmitter, go up and down to bind the remote with the drone, and then it says here the LED on the drone will stop flashing when binding is complete. So that's cool. And the auto takeoff on this drone is going to be this top right button. So this guy, okay, it'll go take off, and if you want to land it, same thing, hit it again, it'll self land. And the manual takeoff, what they want you to do is that you face the drone with the backside towards you, you push up, it'll release the blades or start the propeller spinning, and then you slowly raise the drone up in the air. And same applies with the landing. So you just start landing it on the ground, you hold it, and you should be good. So what else we got here? Let's see here. So yes, flying speed. I wanted to point that out. So you have 3 speeds. Most of the time when you get these little guys, they're on low speed. So as you get better, you might want to turn it up. So you just click down on this joystick here, and that should put you in different speeds. Good to know. 360 mode, or 360 flip mode. You push down the left joystick, and that'll put you in 360 flip mode, and then you just direct the drone which way you want to flip by choosing the direction once, and it should roll. And I'll show you guys all this once we start her up. Trim. So I call it calibration or recalibration. So what they want you to do, I always like to do that, is go down and to the left with both sticks, and it should recalibrate. That'll just make flying a whole lot easier. And I showed you guys where the trim buttons were, and that'll explain more. If you choose to buy this thing, you can read this thing real quick and figure out how to trim the drone. Let's see here. And that's pretty much it. So so I grabbed 3 batteries thinking there was 3. I forgot that it only had 2 that you gotta stick in here. Hopefully you guys can see this. Oop. Oh, and again, thank you, Amazon. So she's got a little LED blinking red. And let's see what happens here. Oh, okay. So here we go. So if you press it once. Okay. 3 of them came out. Let's see here. Maybe one's stuck for whatever reason. There we go. I just had to push a little harder. So let's try that again. So you gotta close these, or move the propeller a certain way to go back in. Okay. Move this out of the way here, take this off. Okay, so release. There we go. That is so cool. Awesome. Okay. So to turn this thing on, it's a long press. You see the LED start blinking. And I gotta face the back towards me, and that's the charging port. Just like that. You guys can see it okay. Turn on the remote. Okay. I'm gonna go up, down, and that should bind with the egg drone. Just making sure you guys can see. I got a steady green light on my remote, and I got a steady light on the drone. So let's take this thing up. So I gotta just go up. There we go. Adding a little trim. Hopefully you guys can see this well. Okay. Oh, this thing is great. Just the look of it. Adding a little more trim here and there wherever I think I may need it. Okay. I turned up the speed a little. I'm on speed 2 or medium. Turned up the speed again. I'm on speed 3. And it's not the fastest. Haha. Just the look of this thing is insane. So I'm gonna try to land it. Okay, so you gotta watch out for that, guys. It'll wanna tip over just like it did, because it is an egg, so it's gonna wanna tip. So let's try to take off. Let's try to take off. I used the automatic takeoff, which was this top button, top right. Took right off. I'm gonna try to land it again. And it landed just fine. I'm gonna go get my phone to see if you guys can see okay. Grab this guy. Just want to make sure you guys can see what's going on. Okay, let's see here. Give you guys more of a better view. How's that? A little better? Hopefully. So let's take off with the automatic takeoff button, which is this guy here. Hit it once, and it does all the work for you. Oh, this thing's so cool. And for the price, I mean, $13, it's hard to beat. And as you can see, the battery is low. I didn't charge it for that long. I think what I'm gonna do is let it charge all the way and get back to you guys. Okay, I let it charge all the way. So let's try this again. You press that button to open the little wings. And then you hold it down. That starts it up. Turn this on. Up, down. That binds it. Up. Unlocks the propellers. And we're up. Okay, you guys can see that just fine. A little bit of trim. Changing the speed. That's on speed 2. You heard the remote beep twice. Speed 3, 3 beeps. There you go. A flip does flips. The egg drone does flips. So the way to do a flip is that you gotta press this button and then the direction that you want the drone to flip. So again, press this down and it does a left flip. Or right flip, I'm sorry. One more time. Down. Left flip. Down. Whoa. Okay. Try this again. So I'm going to do auto takeoff. Perfect. Hope you guys can see this thing. It's a good flyer. I mean, it's kind of twitchy, but it goes where you point or wherever you control. Tell me that doesn't look the coolest. Awesome. So a flip again, left joystick push forward, and then the right joystick you push the direction you want it to go. There we go. So we're gonna try to land this thing. Manual land. And that's the only thing, is that it's kind of tippy. And I noticed that inside the drone, let's see if I can show you guys. Inside the drone, you can see the battery is where the port is, back here. So when it tries to land, it tries to fall back on the weight. So, I mean, for 13 bucks, It's great. And it flies, I think, great. So let's take off again. I'm gonna do auto takeoff. Auto takeoff is this button. There we go. Whoa! Went down. Retry. Oh, battery's dead again. So it doesn't fly for that long, but it does fly well.